Well, hello there, and thank you for joining me for another broadcast of God's podcast. I'm your host, God is Gracious, and thanks again for joining me. My subject today is life and death are in the power of the tongue. This comes from Proverbs 8:21, which reads, "The tongue has power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit." Proverbs 18:21. Words have great power to bless and curse. Jesus said that a man is not made unclean by what goes into his mouth, but by what comes out of it. James says, whoever can control his tongue could be perfect in every way. According to this proverb, one should take care to watch his or her words carefully and be slow to speak. Understand the power of speech. There is life and death in words. If you love to talk, you will eat the fruit of your words. Perhaps you know the phrase, he will be eating his words. Words can condemn us. This is why when you're arrested, you have the right to remain silent. And when you're on trial, you have the right to plead the Fifth Amendment. If you have a habit of losing control of your tongue, whether it is to curse, gossip, brag, lie, or do something else unseemly, ask the Lord to help you be silent. You will eat the fruit of your tongue, bitter or sweet. Let's take a quick look at the three key parts of this verse, beginning with number one, the tongue. As a muscle, the tongue isn't as capable of producing force as a leg or even a jaw, but its power is measured by the damage it can do and the life it can bring. In any translation, the tongue is mentioned well over 100 times in the Bible. We should take great care with the words we produce. Again, number one, the tongue. Number two, has the power of life and death. One way that Jesus is revealed is as the Word made flesh. The words themselves are powerful. God spoke the world into being, and he spoke death and judgment in the fall. As his image bearers, humans also have power in their words. It takes words to bless someone, a powerful and life-giving act, and it takes words to curse someone, bringing death. Other ways, an unbridled tongue can bring damaging and Other ways an unbridled tongue can be damaging through lies, gossip, profanity, and venting anger. So again, the tongue has the power of life and death. And lastly, number three, and those who love it will eat its fruit. Love what? Talking. This could be seen as someone who enjoys talking a lot. It could also refer to those who respect the power of the tongue. But the former is more likely because even those who do not respect the power of the tongue will eat the bitter fruit produced by talking. Long before one's character has developed for the better, a person can avoid a world of trouble by minding his tongue. Difficult though this may be. No, difficult though this is. All right, I want to thank you again for joining me for another brief broadcast of God's podcast. This has been your host, God is Gracious. And until next time, as always, you, your family members, and friends, be blessed. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye now.